I had to apologize to the viewers. You know what I mean? I'm really sorry that I did not let you know about Shannon Abbott. That woman's been a pain in the ass for at least a whole entire month. The thing about Shannon Abbott is her behavior towards me, her behavior towards the people that created WhatsApp and Signal. She's nothing but a complete pain in the ass for at least this whole time up ever since Reba and her two children are leaving from here. So the only thing is the Shannon Abbott thing was a complete problem. So the thing with Shannon, she's like a total pain in the ass. You never even know why she's acting the way she's acting now. You know, she get jerking off everything else. Like see my WhatsApp uh from my previous phone number, it got hacked. My ex account, it got hacked for some reason. All because of Shannon and her behavior. I don't know how I'm supposed to get my ex account back. I don't know how I'm gonna get my ex account back. But my thing is you can't even you can't trust people on social media anymore. You cannot you cannot bother to trust the ones that's supposed to be having their own accounts. They want to jump in and ruin and start hacking some guy's account, hacking up my account. This is where the line got drawn. So I had to get rid of Shannon Abbott. I had to get rid of Shannon Abbott and blocking her from WhatsApp and Google Chat. I had to get rid of her. I had to block her from Signal. She wants to be act like a complete scammer, just to get my motherfucking way, to step over me. I will not let a woman, a white woman, step over me anymore. I just can't stand when people wanted to ruin. See, that's why I had to sign into to Google because of Shannon's behavior. That's a problem with Shannon Abbott. Her behavior was beyond too mentally uh, off the wall. She warned about business and all that bullshit. And I found out that Shannon Abbott was supposed to be like some scammer or some probably a dude. I didn't know that. But Alicia told me that Shannon was some scammer guy who was a guy who poses her, is trying to yank up my account. So I gotta find a way to get I'm gonna find some ways to get my ex account back. So I gotta go to X under a different username because Shannon will not stop uh hacking up shit. You know what I mean? She can fucking starve for I give a fuck. She wants to be some kind of a bit of a bitch. I don't even like when people do things. I'm going there for watching in the heat of the night. I know when all this go down. When you have to give somebody their lives and their livelihood. In a way to go up but down. I apologize for this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get a chance to show you what I'm wearing. I went to Five Below. Went to the store. It was called Five Below. Went and got me like one or two or three T-shirts. One was a gray T-shirt, has a lightning bolt on it. The other T-shirt that has it's a UFC T-shirt. So in the shirt that I got along with it, it's the shirt I'm wearing now. It's a it's a T-shirt. It's called Sonic. It says Sonic the Hedgehog like this. Sonic the Hedgehog. It says EST EST like 1991. That's where that's where the Sonic franchise was even born. So the cartoon the cartoon probably came out in the early 90s. Um, I think it was from a video game that I used to play uh, for the Sega Genesis back in the day. And the cartoon Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I remember the one person who played the Sonic the Hedgehog, the one person who played the Sonic the Hedgehog, who the person who did his guest appearances on Family Matters, and and then he joined the cast in the early '90s, uh, and then guess who played the Sonic the Hedgehog character? Jaleel White. Jaleel White. He's the one that played the Sonic the Hedgehog character. He's the guy who played as Sonic the Hedgehog. One person who did the executive producing, who used to do the executive producing for the Sonic the Hedgehog episodes, one of them had to be the name of Edward Ferrara. He's like a TV producer for animated cartoons like that, and then this before all the other shit. He was working for USA Network by producing the Duckman cartoon, which that he denies, which that Ed had denied. So the cartoon that's been out since the early 1990s. I already watched that cartoon. If you remember the cartoon you watched like this, you can look at the old episodes of it on YouTube. So the thing about the cartoon, if you watch the cartoon, I mean, I used to watch it back in the day. I was a little kid. I was a little kid then. I was a little boy. I was a little boy then. I used to watch the old cartoons, like the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. That was like the classic. So you watch the cartoon. If it's a classic cartoon, look at it yourself. Look at yourself, because you have to look at all the other cartoons that do come out. I mean, you can look at the old history. It all brings you back to the old school shit, like Nintendo and Super Nintendo. They come out with the Street Fighter games and all that. I mean, I watched this documentary that's all based on the legend of the Street Fighter franchise. The Street Fighter franchise is it's all based on Street Fighter, the video game. Uh, it's before it got trademarked. Before it got trademarked by the name Capcom. So Capcom did their job with the Street Fighter franchise, and they did. So this is long before all this stuff, Sonic the Hedgehog, and all the other stuff, all the other games like Then the movie Street Fighter. I remember. See, it was like a movie that's been out since 1994, 1995. It came out. I mean, they have Raul Julia, who played as Gomez Adams on the Adams Family, uh, Adams Family Values, the movies, and they got Jean Claude Van Damme, the guy who's been in action films. Then you have Kylie Minogue, that's her name, Kylie Minogue. She was featured in the movie. She was a singer. She got featured in the movie, and then guess who's featured on it? Remember this guy who been on Harlem Nights with Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, you know what I mean? Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Robin Harris, Thomas Ford, and Charles Murphy. Remember him? That's Miguel Nunez Jr. That's his name, Miguel Nunez Jr. He was in the Street Fighter movie, so they call him up along with Raul Julia, Kylie Minogue, and Jean Claude Van Damme. I think the director already got on the phone with them and trying to get them to be in the Street Fighter movie. So then they called up Hammer, MC Hammer, who's been who been in the game since the late 1980s, who had to be Stanley Burrell. You know what I mean? They called him up to do the video, and then they called up Deion Sanders, who got featured in the MC Hammer's video, Pumps in the Bump. You know what I mean? Yeah, prime time himself, man. They put him in that video, the Straight to My Feet video that they already have done. But that video was already copyrighted by Priority Records. So that's from the soundtrack. So anybody remember Street Fighter? It used to be in theaters in the 90s. I was a youngster, man. I used to know what happened in there. I used to watch a music video on the box. Straight to My Feet. That song kind of reminded me of the song that was from Funkadelic and George Clinton, I think. It's called Not Just Knee Deep. You heard of Not Just Knee Deep? The song that was from Uncle Jam Wants You album. Yeah, that's George Clinton and Funkadelic. See, the song "Me, Myself, and I" that's De La Soul. De La Soul did the song called "Me, Myself, and I." It kind of reminded me of not just knee deep. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of not just knee deep. Yeah, that song. That song was a classic. So you already got two songs that sampled not just knee deep is De La Soul, MC Hammer, and Deion Sanders. Those people had already sampled that song. Why they sampled a song that was from Funkadelic? From Funkadelic. Those songs are so not just knee deep related. If you listen to the songs, that could have worked. Remember, I already did a live show uh, by ending it by playing a not just knee deep song that was from the 70s, that was from Funkadelic. Bro, it got added to one of my live shows. I don't know though. They had some copyright claim forming that in my video, but it wasn't no thing. But you anybody watches Straight to My Feet, you'll see it for yourself. One thing is, I don't want to sound like a pompous ass. People don't even know the song was like a classic. Internet problems, they all became shit. Yeah, they didn't know tell anybody about Kim Porter. What did Al B. Short say? He broke his silence on Diddy. Yeah, that everybody else knows. I'll be sure. He already knew that Kim Porter did not die from the pneumonia. Why the hell did she dying from? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is she dying from? Oh, that's all they do about the about Straight to My Feet. See, that song was on the box that did back in the '90s. Yeah, remember when I was a little boy? It was like 94, 95. The song was already out. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go play it for y'all. Let me go play a song for y'all. The song reminds me of Not Just Need Deep. You go love this video. Listen. Listen. Well, this was all about, folks. This was all about. So the song was already been like, copyrighted by Priority, but hey, anybody else will know what this song's about. I mean, you already had show you scenes from the Street Fighter movie. I mean, Miguel Nunez Jr. He took that role straight to the I mean, he flipped the script with by playing that character. He flipped the whole script with that character. I didn't know why he had done it, but it's a music video that's been good. But hey, they might just go for a copyright claim or something on this video. You never know. So, but I had to make sure I had to keep it going with it. I try to be act like I'm making it better, but one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to finish this stream, and I'm going back to check with the X thing and see what's up with my account being hacked. You know what I'm saying? I got a video I have to do tonight anyway. It's based on me playing Saints Row the Third. I'm gonna do that on Streamlabs. I'm not gonna do it on this StreamYard thing because it'll cause a lot of major issues. I'm out.